I'm your host, Jasmine, and welcome back to another episode of Just Reasoning. Now, this is the talk show where we talk about all things Caribbean. So once again, we hope to inform you, entertain you, give you some food for thought. Now, tonight is a special show. We have reggae phenom, international superstar artist, Tanya Stevens. She will be joining us a little bit later. But I can't proceed without, of course, introducing my panelists, co-hosts. First, starting off with Mr. Chris Walters, aka C-Dub, CEO of Soul Rebel Productions and executive producer of Just Reasoning. Chris. Again, joining us this episode is Mr. Gary Ferron of Specie.com online shopping. And none other than
the mouth of the South.
None other than DJ Fatakari of Mikey Faith Sound. Thank you for joining us. He's our guest panelist.
Whatever.
So let's go on to some of the headline news. The royal wedding, the big wedding of the century. Prince William, the son of Prince Charles and the late Diana, wed Kate Middleton not too long ago. This is said to be the wedding of the century.
Yeah,
got much publicity. Wow.
My thing is, I wonder why some of the people care about this. I was over at my parents' house the other day, and they talked about they get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and watch the whole thing. And I guess I just have a different perspective on royalty in general.
Monarchy.
They had a whole week of the countdown of the wedding.
What we, especially as Caribbean people, need to always remember is that all that wealth that they have
accumulated
was built on our backs. That's from African slaves sent to the Caribbean, cutting sugar cane, them selling it. That's how they make the whole money. I couldn't care less about
the same mixed emotions watching all those red jackets, and I thought it was Hat Fest 2010, 12 or 13, because all I'm seeing is big hats and Bentleys for the sweat of other people and prior generations. So I couldn't really be happy. I was happy about the marriage and all of that, but the fairy tale and the pumpkin and the fitting of the shoes and all of that.
I wonder if there were any Caribbean people at the wedding.
I'm pretty sure there were. Yes.
I'm pretty sure Jamaicans were there. I'm pretty sure.
Most of the governors of the islands were there.
But I just think it was just too expensive. Because
that's slave money, man.
Yes, it was just too. I think it ran somewhere over $100 million just to put on a wedding. I could do it for less than that.
Well, if you have it, spend it. Why not?
And it's actually not just their money, because I hear that most of the taxpayers in Britain will have to pay.
A portion of their taxes goes to these people. This is foolishness.
All right, well, we have to move on. Next topic. Next topic.
Bentley them too.
Okay. Of course, we all heard of the recent controversy with President Obama. He's been scrutinized since day one. Everything he's doing is wrong. Now the president was forced to show his birth certificate to prove citizenship, that he was born a United States citizen.
Look here, what we have to keep in mind is that there are a set of people in this country who will never accept the fact that we have a black president.
Well, bottom line, he's here. What you can't do anything about it.
So they're going to try and delegitimize him as much as possible. The recent controversy this week, they're making up noise that Common, as the most conscious positive rapper you can ever think of, was going to the White House. So they're making up all this noise about that. That's just a way of them saying, look, there's a black man in the White House. There are rappers hanging out at the White House. Not in our house, not in our dime.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
But I don't see what the issue is, because I'm pretty sure they had it before. He was a senator before, right? So it must have been available at some point.
But the point
they
is,
know the truth.
Why is he getting so much scrutiny?
Because he's a black man.
Let's get over it. He's in the presidency. Let's get over it. Move on.
Well, we all know in America, if you go in for a job interview and then do a background check for you for a simple job at Walmart, think about a background check to be the president of the United States. Leave the man alone. Leave it. In a Jamaican word, loud him up.
I second that.
Loud him up.
All right, now next headline. We are talking about Osama bin Laden. He's the person who was said to be responsible or the mastermind of the 9/11 tragedy.
You don't believe it?
Hey, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. I'm not putting my mouth on that. I don't want anybody trying to find me. But anywho, this was under the leadership of the same president who's getting scrutinized.
Yeah.
You know, they captured him, they killed him, you know, so still.
And it's amazing to see, ever since that has happened, on TV, all you see is Bush administration people being interviewed. Because they're taking credit for this whole thing.
Oh,
you know, it's
God.
because of our practices that we put in place that set this up. So we're throwing alley-oop for Obama and him come and dunk it.
No. With lives on the line, it shouldn't be any taking credit for securing here, because I live in America, so I see it from an American perspective most of the time on the news. It's a good thing. It doesn't matter who got Osama bin Laden. It doesn't matter who get rewarded for it. It just knows that the world is a safer place with that guy not here.
Okay. Well, he had 8 years to try and get bin Laden and missed.
And missed.
But him
every single time he missed.
You got the wrong person.
And in the news they had it that he didn't even show up when Osama was greeting these people at Ground Zero. He said he didn't.
Obama.
Yeah.
It easy to confuse it.
You too? All right.
But
Obama. All right.
Obama.
Different people.
Obama.
Right.
But on a related topic as it relates to the Caribbean community, Laden became very, very popular on Facebook. He had over 10,000 new hits because he was mistook for being associated or linked to Osama bin Laden. I mean, come on, people, read. Look at the profile pic.
That was funny.
That's hilarious.
And I just say, when is my time to shine? I guess it's now.
It's free promo.
Free promo. There you go. All right, moving on. Dudus. There's been a full-length nonfiction book entitled Jamaica's First President, Dudus, 1992-2010, His Rise, His Reign, His Demise. Now, the book is supposed to be a tell-all about his life and, of course, getting into the lawlessness in Jamaica. Now, what would be interesting is to see how many names are going to be dropped.
That's why I would buy it.
Yeah,
it's a must-read.
I already ordered the book. It don't come out until another 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
I ordered it.
May 24th, I believe.
I mean, that's the most interesting thing, to say whose name going to call and whose name not going to call. Because, you know, as we all know, in Jamaica, there's a uncomfortably close relationship.
Is it cool
between,
for us to talk about Dudus?
No.
Just yet?
I'm not speaking of anyone specifically. There's an uncomfortable close relationship between known criminal organizations and politicians in Jamaica. Everybody know that. You know, that's been going on for a long time. So this should be an interesting book.
Yeah, incidentally, you know they can ban the book.
And they can ban it in Jamaica.
Yeah, they
can ban it up here.
The Garrison Parliament is now in reshuffling. That's about it. With this book, if names are dropped and it's real names and not fiction, you can look for the body count in Jamaica, as usual. It's no sugarcoating it. You already know when gangster books drop, people die in Jamaica. I don't know about anywhere else, but look for it in Unjust Reasoning the next time. We're going to be reasoning about bodies after this book drops.
Do you think Bruce will be called?
It's the inevitable. We're talking about Jamaica, where a done is a done. If you're from America, you may not know what a done is. You may think it's kissing a ring in Godfather and oh Godfather and all. In Jamaica, a done can command your life being taken over as well as him can light a cigarette. It's as simple as that. If you're from that part, I'm from country, thank God. I'm from country, so.
Ochi's not country, man.
When you have one man determining if you pay any bills in a whole community, you know you have the power. You have to ask questions. When you have disputes in the community and you call the police as a resident in the community, the first thing the police tell you to do, talk to the boss.
No, talk to the boss.
You know, I mean.
So, we'll see.
We'll see.
We see the body count after this book drops.
Hopefully we can stay positive on that.
Hopefully the author is still alive.
All right. Looking at the Buju case. Ian Thomas, longtime friend and co-defendant, recently was sentenced to 51 months, which was 3 times the sentence that the attorney requested. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen to Buju.
Yeah, I mean, so Ian Thomas was his co-defendant.
Right.
He's the one who had agreed to cooperate with the feds against Buju.
Yeah.
He ended up not testifying, but he, basically was ready to inform on Buju. So if you cooperate and you get
3 times.
5 years, how about who you inform on?
Well,
it look real sticky for
it's-
Buju, man. Real sticky.
It's a pity, you know.
Speaking of that,
Yeah, but Buju is a thug, and I'm a big. It's a thug. I don't care what y'all say. If you get involved in things like that you know is illegal, you're a thug. You know that.
You don't know.
And let me tell you something. When that judge come back with those numbers, that thug going to be that gangster girl to hug.
No hands
Right?
Was the sentence supposed to be 20 years?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. It hasn't been handed down yet.
What do you define
What do you
as a
think?
thug, my friend?
That's a
Look,
whole different.
No, I asked you because you said Buju is a thug.
He's a
What
thug.
defines one as a thug? 'Cause
Somebody
as far
who
as
goes-
I know about Buju is an artist.
of course.
Okay?
But did you know he was involved with drugs?
Me don't know nothing about the side job.
Is that Jamaica with many jobs?
But like we said about the Bin Laden thing and all of that, the conspiracy theory comes back around again with Buju. The conspiracy theory is always there that gay people is out to get Buju. It's always been there wanting to get
This
Buju.
is not a gay thing.
If Buju was caught jaywalking, he'd probably be facing the same.
Well, do you
But
think
it
that
wasn't
there was a
jaywalking.
reason for him to be
It was
there?
cocaine.
Do you think there was a reason for him to be there?
Maybe he was gathering.
No, not
he was
maybe.
gathering
Just tell me, do you think there was a
contents
reason?
to the next album, you know?
Why was there research?
Who knows?
There was no reason for Buju to be there. None.
All right. Well, in sports news,
As we
Usain-
transition from
we're not gonna top that.
before fight kickoff.
Usain Bolt.
Usain.
Usain.
There you go.
There we go.
You get the
Track
method.
star from Jamaica. He
From where?
recently.
Where's he from? Jamaica.
Come on.
Come on, leave me alone.
just
though.
wanted-
So
Anywho,
Jamaica, big up in
he
here.
signed a 3-year contract with Puma, which, luckily for them, there was a 154% rise in their product, and this is one of the highest paid contracts for a track and field superstar.
Well, any athletics, because I think the top was Tiger Woods, but incidentally, it was Tiger, then there was Federer, and then I think it was Nadal,
Right.
and then you had Kobe. But this contract with Puma puts him all the way up there.
Yeah.
I wonder how
You know-
much he's getting. I mean,
Well, it was
154%
undisclosed. It was
rise.
undisclosed, but
Right.
we know right now he's a top earner.
I mean,
Just like get him news.
yeah,
know,
it's obviously well deserved, and I view this as a victory not just for Usain and for Jamaica, but for the entire Caribbean, because it gives people incentive to want to invest more in us as a people.
Yes,
It's more than just white sand and blue water in the Caribbean. We have all kinds of talented people there,
Right.
not just sports, music, all across the board. So things like this are good for the Caribbean overall. So big up Usain. It's good to see
You're
that.
saying just like get him just news because I've seen commercials on TV where it was designed for Usain Bolt. Because how you gonna have the fastest in the world with AT&T and they have Floyd Mayweather? You know what I'm saying? It would be a crime not to have the
a
fastest
fast
man in the
puncher.
world on there. So
right.
good for you, Usain, and good for Jamaica. He gave away some money after the Olympics. and as a
Incidentally-
Jamaican, you give away 20 million, you better have something for we. You better have.
Incidentally, you can get his shoes at special.com.
All right.
Pay for that.
All right, on something really interesting, Appleton Estate Jamaica Rum was awarded 4 gold medals by Mond Selection International Institute. This is like the Oscar Award for liquor.
It's the rum
and
Oscar.
consumption. The rum Oscar Award. So that was pretty interesting.
I mean, I'm a
we
witness.
probably should have an Appleton.
If you've had it,
Once
see.
Appleton give them money, they can have the bottle right there. But that, hey, I'm a witness. That's the best rum I've ever tasted.
Yeah, if you've had it,
Personally
you can see
Yeah.
it well deserved. It's well deserved.
Well, starting out drinking at an early age, Appleton was just a warm-up to the rest of my life. So, Appleton...
This is the lawlessness that goes on in Ocean.
But we already know that in Jamaica, there's might be a liquor age now.
Yeah.
But back then, you know, your mother
But
said you go
it's
buy.
It's never been a
Your
problem.
mother said you go buy a Cuba rum at the
Yeah,
shop.
it's
Nobody
never
said,
been a problem.
Are you 21? They be like, do you have the money?
Because incidentally, if you notice, we have more drunk college kids here than there, and it's more controlled here than in Jamaica. Why is that?
Drink it from time.
All right, well, this concludes our headline segment of the show. We will be right back with more reasoning.
Each and every First Friday, Soul Level Productions present to you First Friday Caribbean Style, the sexiest Caribbean party in H-Town, Uptown Hookah Bar, 5706 Richmond. Log on to soullevelproductions.com for details.
Hey, welcome back to Just Reasoning. This is the